When I look at the church, I really have to ask myself the question, do we really know what it is or what it means to really follow Christ or to really follow Jesus? It's really not so much that we're not following Christ. I think the main sort of issue is that we're not really following him fully. You know, it says in John 15 verse 8 that those who bear much fruit are the true followers of Jesus. And if we're not following him fully, then we can't really bear much fruit. And it's a bit of a concern, especially when I look at sort of like my generation and everybody around me in my environment, whether it's church and Christian friends. I always have to ask, are we really following Jesus? The things we say, the things we do, the things we laugh about, the things that catch our attention. Sometimes I have to think, really? Is that how Christ really wants us to live? Are those the conversations he wants us to have? Are those the things he wants us to watch? Are those the things that he really wants our minds occupied with? Or are there other things that we haven't yet really realized that Christ wants us to do or how he wants us to live? And yet we're convinced and we really think we're followers of Jesus. You know, lately, over the past few weeks, God has been really showing me so much about giving him my whole heart. And it has taken me so long to really find out what it really is to give Christ or to give God my whole heart. In Jeremiah 29, in verse 13, it says that if you search for me, you will find me. And a lot of people look at that and say, yeah, well, I've been searching for you, Lord. I've been searching for you, Christ. Jesus, I've been searching. You know I've been searching, but why doesn't it seem like I'm finding you? And the problem is because we seem to forget that the second part of that verse says, when you search for me with your whole heart. And so it's easy to think that it's just simply searching for him and finding him. No, the verse is saying when you search for him with your whole heart, then you will find him. And it goes on to say that he will even release you from captivities, the things that are holding you captive. He will release you from those things. And in the verses before, it says that you will call upon him and he will hear you, and you will pray to him and he will answer. And there's so many promises, but it only comes when we really look for Christ, or when we really look for God with our whole heart. And that's what it really means to follow Jesus. That's what it really means to follow Christ. Yeah, for most of us, the reason why we don't give him our whole heart is because we think maybe I might miss out. If I give God my full attention, then I might miss out on some of the excitement or the fun that even my church friends are having. Now I might miss out on that relationship I'm trying to seek, or you know, if I give God my full attention, then I might not be able to get into that relationship with that girl that I like, or that boy that I like, or seek to fulfill my career the way I want it, or in the time span I want it, because maybe Christ might lead me into delaying some things that I really don't want to delay. And for many of us, that's the reason. And there are so many other reasons, but in actual fact, you're not missing out in anything. I mean, in actual fact, you're probably gaining. Because it says in John 10 verse 9 that he who goes in and out of my door will find pastures. You know, we have so many choices, so many doors, but if you make Christ always that door and you go in and out of him, you're bound to find pastures. So following Christ is so simple. It's about giving him your whole heart. And if you're searching for him and you find that maybe you're not finding him the way you really want to find him, then maybe you should give yourself a check and see whether you're searching for him with your whole heart, or whether you're searching but at the same time being distracted by so many other things. The question is, will you follow Christ fully?